What is going on, guys? My name is Tefty. Welcome to Dank Talk number 22, the pre-E3 prediction / looking forward to all of the craziness that is going to drop probably in the middle of while you're actually listening to this podcast / video. Oh my God. We got BlueWestlo here.
To be so hype.
That's right. BlueWestlo and VersusTheStream, the
oh
usual
my
crew.
God. Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
I'm so excited. We get to see video games. This is the week that we all wait for. Even though E3 has become like less a priority for developers, it's still like a big deal because it's it's Christmas for gamers.
I was gonna say that it's like Christmas. You know, we've all grown up around games, and though E3 has become less like Christmas because we're aware of what happens, it's still Christmas, and you honor it.
It's like when you're growing up as an adult. Christmas turns from gifts and merry food and petting your dogs and giving them food when your parents say don't give your dogs food. It eventually turns into, wow, Christmas is the day I get to drink a lot of fucking booze.
Exactly. And take the day off and not worry about anything else.
I always consider it my Super Bowl. Like, I look forward to it every single year since I was young.
It's the end
my
of my
Super Bowl, man. I get everyone together. I order pizza, get junk food, and just get in all the hype. Like, I'm so excited for this year. Like, every year, the past 2 years, I say 2 to 3 years, have been extremely hype, and I really hope it continues that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially Sony the past 2 years.
They've been killing it.
Unreal.
They have been killing it. Sorry, I'm in the middle of drinking some water.
Last year's Sony conference was like games. You like games? Games.
Yeah, they were like game crazy.
Sony, please, I can't.
You guys ever had like a favorite one? Like, my personal favorite one, other than like them like announcing like Final Fantasy 15 for the first time, was like when Sony gave it to Microsoft really hard. It was like, this is how you share a game. You remember that?
That was one of my favorites. It was a little like over the top savage though. Like, that entire conference was pretty much like a big screw you,
Microsoft.
A big
F you, Microsoft.
And to be fair, it was probably the best conference for Sony because it really did seal the Xbox's fate as being the second to the PS4.
Yep.
Quite honestly, it made a very big difference in the launch and first impressions or everything. And Sony really messed up Microsoft's first impression. It's
no doubt in that whatsoever. And that's 100% true. We've got a schedule of conferences that are happening. So for people that don't know, we're recording this on Saturday, essentially 30 minutes before the first conference kicks off, which is EA's conference. So we have a whole line of conferences.
It's in the game.
Oh, it's in the game. So EA
sports.
well, there's some other games. Let's go through the conferences.
I was just speaking. Okay.
FIFA.
You guys ready for the Madden? Ready for new next gen grass?
Oh my God, another Madden?
Ooh, you know it.
My career mode.
Do you think Madden's gonna outsell Destiny 2?
Does it like what? I haven't never keep up with sport game like sales because
I feel like Madden every single year is like the most sold game for that month when it releases. I'm always
we
like,
underestimate how much sports games are. Like, when we're not big into. I like sports. I'm not big into sports games. A lot of people are very big into sports. Sports is one of the most viewed television ever when it comes to any time period. So it's always going to be gigantic.
Of course.
A lot of people like sports. A lot of people are always going to like sports. We may not like sports games, but there's a reason why they are at every single conference and take up a significant amount of time.
FIFA sells them. Like, I think FIFA sells the most out of like any game. Like, FIFA sells like a lot.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Soccer is the biggest sport globally.
In the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Or football.
Football. Goal.
Yeah, there's a reason.
I want Tefty to be the guy who does. He's like doing like the shoutcasting for soccer. Go goal.
I love it when they freak out.
When you start screaming, like, "Oh, goal!" It's so hype,
funny.
Man.
Yeah.
It's so hype.
I get hyped just watching. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I'm not into the game, but I'm into your voice right now. You seem pretty excited, so I should be excited right now.
Oh, man.
You sound really hype. I'm ready too. Let's go,
dude. I'm hype with you. I don't know what we're getting hype over, but hey, let's get loud. But yeah, EA. We got the EA conference coming up first.
So for me personally, I'm really excited about Battlefront 2. I played the first Battlefront.
Dude.
I enjoyed it. I thought the graphics were beautiful. You know, it didn't have a campaign, which was super sad. But I thought the PvP was fun. It wasn't very long lasting, but it was still fun and all that. So if they drop Battlefront 2 with like everything,
it leaked.
Well, yeah, no, they are right. But if they're dropping it with everything that Battlefield 1 has, plus some amazing things and more of a long lasting multiplayer and an awesome campaign, then holy crap, I'm going to be excited about that game.
Well, you check out the leak footage that came out today?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, they leaked footage. So now you can actually switch mid game to like Jedi to
what mid game.
By the time this is over, by the time we're done with this podcast, you're gonna be able to see all of it. So,
that's right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be able to wet my chops all over it.
I mean, yeah, Battlefront is the first one sucked. It didn't suck. It was like a good base. It's not like getting a game where you only get TDM, and that's it. That's the game.
But it looks like they learned their lesson from the first one. They're going all in with the second one. Like they're giving us a campaign that looks dope. They're giving us gameplay that looks dope. Like I said, it showed the gameplay that leaked showed a person switching between Jedis to like a Boba Fett to the troopers. So that looked really dope. Yeah. It was like more Battlefield-y, how you can just switch classes mid-match.
Yeah, when I watched the leak, it essentially felt just like playing the original Battlefronts. Just with obviously next gen. So that's I think what everyone was expecting. They expected with the first Battlefront to have a similar experience to the original Battlefronts, but it was more like Battlefield with Star Wars cosplayers.
Yeah, Battle Cosfield Wars.
Battle Cosfield
Wars. That's what we're calling it. Yeah, hire him.
I didn't play the original Battlefronts, but I did enjoy the Battlefront that they released last year. So I'm in a minority apparently, but that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't play the original either.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like I'm very excited to see that game because it just looks cool. I like the Star Wars franchise and all that.
Definitely, they're showing. They're also showing Need for Speed. The new one is called. I actually forgot the name of it. It's Need for Speed. So it has a subtitle, and it looks like they just took the Need for Speed brand and mixed it with the Fast and the Furious. But I'm hoping to see some gameplay of it, which I'm sure they'll show.
Okay. See, this is where I'm actually excited because I've always been a big racing game fan. When I used to stream, like way before anyone even knew me, that would be my favorite thing to do. I would stream Forza. I would stream
Forza streams.
Speed. Ab, that's actually one of the first times Ab ever came into my stream.
Really?
Because I used to always hang out.
That was the first time I spoke in his stream. I came to a stream and lurked. That was the first time I ever spoke in it when he was streaming Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, and it was a really chill game. Like I love streaming racing games. They're nice and chill, and I mean the graphics in racing games are always insane. Need for Speed is a franchise that has almost had it for so many years. I don't know if you guys ever played Need for Speed Underground 2, which is
most wanted.
Just about everyone.
Most Wanted was the top tier underground type games like the street racing.
Yeah, so they used to have a really big reputation for having really, really fun arcade racing games. But over the past couple of years, they've kind of lost, I guess, that spark because a lot of the time the games feel really unfinished. So I'm hoping they get a formula right with this one because it seems like they're rebooting it again. The last game was just called Need for Speed. It looked like a reboot. This one looks like another reboot. So we'll see.
So what do you guys, for this conference, what would make it a good conference for you? What would you guys want to see to make you go, okay, cool, I enjoyed this, I'm excited?
Games.
A lot of games.
I'm saying any specific ones? I know Tefty said Battlefront, so is Need for Speed yours, Blue, into Battlefront's his?
For EA specifically?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a rumored game. There was a rumor that BioWare is working on a Destiny competitor. So what if they show that? What if they actually go, boom, this is what BioWare's the main team of BioWare's been working on?
I'd freak out if they showed that, but I don't think they are. I think it's too early development.
I'd freak out as well, yeah. I think
it could be like a Bethesda thing where they've been working on the game for years and they're gonna release it this year.
What?
How Bethesda did with Fallout.
Versus you shut your mouth.
You never know.
Look what
Bethesda did.
That with Fallout 4, I mean.
It's 2017, baby. Anything could happen.
2017. The year.
It would be cool to have a Destiny
question
competitor.
Marks.
It would be really, really cool to have a Destiny competitor that isn't Division. Just because
I love it.
it would put a fire under Bungie's butthole.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I want it.
It'd be good
Right
to have
now-
competition. Competition is only good for consumers.
Competition. Like with Destiny 2
Yeah.
launching, this is the perfect time for Bungie to be like, all right, we don't control this market anymore. It's time to actually go all out with this, and keep it up to date. And I think it'll be perfect. I think BioWare needs to release it like a week or two before them, and bam, like they'd be competition if it's good, assuming.
Honestly, it's crazy that there is no direct competitor to Destiny 2 right now, aside from the Division, which I don't think is a direct competitor. I think it's like a pseudo, it's like a
Pseudo genre.
Yeah, it's a
Division is it has more in common with Diablo than it does.
Yeah,
Destiny.
I could see that. Even though it
Borderlands
is
3,
a point
maybe we'll
shooter.
be like, yo, Borderlands 3.
Well, see, there's no specific press conference area for that, but if Gearbox did drop in and was like, boom, B3, get incredibly lit, I'd freak out over that as well. Oh my god.
I don't think they do it. They probably do it with they probably either do it with Microsoft or Sony. So you never know if they'd announce it, it'd be with one
Do you
of
think
them.
they're going to tie in with one of those companies?
Well,
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
At the developer conferences like EA, Activision, they usually don't reveal big things. Like we usually get information on games we already knew about.
Mm-hmm.
I think the big reveals are pretty much all going to be at Sony or Microsoft.
Sony,
then
because they want to
obviously
pick sides. That's when they pick
they
the side.
definitely want to pick sides.
Okay.
Because
They want to
there's
let
already
you
leaks.
know, like this is
All right. Then here's my
Yeah.
thing. I actually hope that Gearbox pick Microsoft. And hear me out. I want the best PC version of Borderlands 3. And who's going to do that but Microsoft if they're trying to support Play Anywhere?
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. I agree 100%,
I agree
especially
as well.
with their push with Scorpio and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
100% agree. And I think like that'd be perfect, honestly.
Like
Super perfect.
as much as I enjoy the PlayStation platform, and I do, I'm definitely not a fanboy, and I'm definitely not trying to be like only PlayStation or anything like
No,
that.
you're
Like,
not alone.
I
You're not alone
want the
because
absolute best version.
Ubisoft, the leaks of the new Assassin's Creed said that it's being optimized for Scorpio. So maybe Microsoft is going to show the new Assassin's Creed, then Ubisoft will show it again at theirs, like they usually do.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
they've always shows that.
Yeah. All right. So we've got EA conference is happening literally in 30 minutes. And then tomorrow or Sunday, which you guys might be listening to this right now during that time, the Microsoft conference is going on, which I'm very excited about because it is the next evolution of hardware for consoles. Well, evolution might be the wrong term. It might be the wrong term, but let me just throw this out there. I'm excited because it could mark the next evolution of consoles that people are then striving for, or next chapter in quality home console entertainment. That's what I hope.
It's hard to really predict what they're going to do with the next consoles because of how much the landscape has changed over the past 4 years. Which comes down to, I guess, what we were talking about right before we started the podcast was PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
PC gaming has become such a ubiquitous thing in this generation.
Huge
you
now.
have just about every game on Twitch is a PC game. That like the top game on Twitch is pretty much always
It's always PC
oriented.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty much always and that's a fairly good indicator of where we're going because I remember watching Twitch back when the PS4 and Xbox launched, and it was like, oh, dude, like every stream is PS4 and Xbox, and it was still PC, but as we're getting to a point where technology is growing at such an exponential rate, it's like, how are consoles going to finally adapt to the fact that I can constantly upgrade my PC constantly, anytime I want, for specific games, I can optimize my build.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I can spend $1,000 on a PC and it's probably gonna have the specs of like a PS5, like how are consoles gonna adapt to the fact that builds and gaming in general is so much more adaptable than it used to be?
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing. That's why, like, Sony knew it from the beginning when they launched the PS4. Because of PC and because of the way technology is, we're expecting a shorter console generation. They're expecting the last 5 to 6 years compared to what last generation lasted for. So I think that's what they're doing with this console, like the in between before they make like the next PS5 or the next Xbox. They're making these in betweens to try and keep up with that and to give the console gamers that more like a better, I guess, experience in terms of graphics and how a game runs.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to offer that high, like a high offering kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's smart.
I think that most developers nowadays already are developing for PC as well, or supporting a PC version. So it's not that far of a stretch for them to include low, medium, high, ultra type of settings already in PC. So they can easily adapt that for low-end gaming hardware or low-end console hardware, and then adapt that for the recent released high-end hardware. So they definitely are making that push. They're starting down that path where, you know, you got the PS4 Pro has enhanced for PS4 Pro, which means it has a few more bells and whistles turned on. Yeah. And sometimes 4K that's actually added.
I have to wonder, because of the fact that we're basically in an age where one console does not fit all gamers.
Yep, exactly.
We have enthusiasts, we have people who want lower end builds, we have people who want straight up performance builds. This is just kind of the nature of how much gaming has evolved. I'm wondering if maybe we'll get to see like multiple versions of the console when it's released. Like, say they launch with, okay, well, here's the $1,000 PS4, which is, I mean, about as good as you're going to get when it comes, if you were to buy a similarly priced PC. Here's like a $200 PS4, plays games, lower settings. It's not like it's going to happen. I'm just wondering
if that's
the options for them when it comes to having more customized consoles. Because I think that's the road they're eventually going to go down.
I think a modular customized future is definitely going to happen for the consoles. But what they have to do, though, is they have to make it cheaper than PCs. Because
100%.
if it's the same, if it's parity cost for what's in the hardware on both PC and console, then 90% of the people are going to be like, well, I might as well buy a PC then if I'm going to spend that kind of money. So the only way that they're going to still survive in that market is if they actually do provide a serious cost benefit of buying a console. Obviously, having a console is just convenient because you turn it on, it updates itself, so on and so forth. So there is that. I'm not discounting that fact at all. But as people get more savvy and they're looking for more power or power heavy type of machines, then that's going to be a huge factor. Because if this Scorpio comes out and it's over $500, then it is going to be dead in the water. Well, maybe not dead.
100%.
Maybe not dead, but it's going to be going. It's going to be going 10 miles an hour or 10 whatever.
There's just
in the water.
There's such a significant ramp up when it comes to PC builds. Once you cross like the 600, 700 mark. Yeah. Like it's pretty hard to build. I will admit it's fairly difficult to build a PC similarly priced to a PS4 or Xbox that's gonna do everything you want it to do effectively without being like a specialized build. Because when you buy a PC, you do want a multimedia workstation in a way. Yep. But once you start getting to like the slightly more higher end, slightly more expensive hardware, like in the $600, $700 range, like PCs just have this gigantic ramp up.
Yeah, huge.
That consoles do not have.
Yeah, each component can cost as much as a console.
Yeah.
Especially now, like this stuff is ridiculous. How much is a 1080 Ti?
Like $800 with like a good one.
And that's just the graphics card. You still need so much more for your PC to actually turn on. So I do agree with everything you guys are saying. That's why they did rumor that the Xbox Scorpio, whatever it's going to be called, finally tomorrow, is coming out at $500, which is like honestly the best. If they do it at $400, that's a surprise to everyone because what they're putting in it supposedly is pretty expensive. The $500 point seems like it'll still bring people in. So we'll see.
The thing is, they could sell it for $400.
Like they could totally.
Microsoft has a huge cash resource. I think they got like $22 billion in cash, something like that. They're a huge company. They're way bigger than Sony. They have the resources. If they did want to muscle into the market and be like, boom, this is absolutely the best hardware, and it's the same, if not cheaper. Well, no, not cheaper, but it's the same cost as a PS4 Pro, and it has an ultra Blu-ray player, and it plays all these third-party games at the best possible quality and settings on a console.
Too.
What's that?
No upscaling.
Yeah, no upscaling, exactly. Like the way they're positioning this hardware is to take any Xbox game that's already released and be able to play it at native 4K with better texture filtering, and also and still have power left over to be able to make some quality adjustments and all that. So if they are able to throw that out there, one of the reasons why PS3 was so successful is because it had a Blu-ray player. So it was both a console and a Blu-ray player. Well, if they have a $400 machine that's going to play 4K games at a good quality, better than the PS4 Pro, and they have a ultra Blu-ray player in there for $400, like that's a great market push right there.
And I think the way for this to work, the best way for this to work is, in my opinion, what hurt it a lot was like at least for someone like myself and some of my friends, I doubt we're alone, is their Play Anywhere feature. You know, you buy it on Xbox, you now have it on PC. If they're going to push something like the Xbox Scorpio to be something like, hey, you don't need a PC, you have this strong console, they have to get rid of that feature, honestly. You can't tell people you can play all these exclusives because now the Xbox loses leverage. Now it's like, why do I want the Xbox other than I'm comfortable with it, and it just makes things much easier because you don't have to update it, like you said, you don't have to upgrade it. I feel like they need more. They need to give someone like myself a reason to play my Xbox and not my PC, because I love the Xbox, and it sucks that I'm only using it for Halo or Gears of War. Like, I want to be able to play your games, and I really hope that's what they show at this conference tomorrow. They need to show us games. They're probably finally.
Oh my god!
Versus is going into Roboland.
Oh, going Robo.
Wait, Blue, you too? Are you going Robo? Oh my god! This is the Robo edition.
I'm so high.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
I'm not robot no more.
Okay,
yeah, we're good.
For those listening, Discord just crapped the bed, like literally, and then said disconnected, reconnected. So a Discord server just died out in the universe. Can we get press F in the comment section to
get some F's in the comment section
for that Discord server?
Rip the servers. Maybe they'll announce new servers at E3, right?
Just like with the Xbox, we're going to be pressing F if they don't show any games because the hardware will not matter.
Perfect.
Okay,
So
I agree, guys. I 100% agree. Yeah,
they gotta show that.
That's
and
that's the biggest issue.
They gotta have some amazing titles that they've lined up that they're going to show us that are just going to pair really well with our hardware. That's really what they need to do. They have to knock out of the park with the hardware, and then knock out of the park with, hey, you want to play this. And I agree with you somewhat about the Play Anywhere stuff, where if I can choose to play on the PC, I'm going to play it on there. But at the same time, it is a very attractive option, especially for somebody who has a lot of friends on both sides, and those friends don't want to play on both PC and Xbox. So
yeah,
it's a good feature. But at the same time, they could make some just purely exclusive and be like, okay, this is only a Scorpio type of deal.
How do you think they do if they do something like where it's like, hey, these games are crossplay, and you guys can play with your friends on PC? Wouldn't that make it? Don't you think that like bridge the gap a little bit? Like,
yes, it
you guys
would.
can play these games with your friends.
Absolutely, I'd love that.
So I think that help it so much. I think they can, like, consoles starting to go that way more. You see PlayStation doing it more often, so I don't see why Microsoft can't delve into that, especially with their whole Windows setup being one. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So what games do you guys hope to see at their conference? Like, do you rather see games you know of, or would you rather have like new IPs we never knew they were making?
I think we have so many IPs that they revealed last year that are due out this year and next year, with Sony specifically. So I don't expect to see like a whole lot of new IPs, quite honestly. We saw what was that one game with the zombies last year?
I forgot the name of it, but that game looks so dope.
It looks really cool. Yeah, the motorcycle.
Wait, you guys are talking about the PS4 conference?
PS4, yes, Sony.
He's talking about Sony.
Oh wait, okay. Are you talking
as far as like what? Well, I was gonna go over both, like what I'm expecting to see as far as IPs and like if we're gonna see new IPs. Personally, for both, I don't think we're gonna see new IPs. They did a really good job of kind of showing off new IPs last year. I think this year they're gonna focus on what I guess they know people are gonna buy. Like Sony's probably gonna market the shit out of God of War this year.
Yeah.
And then I know with Microsoft, I think everyone is really, really excited to potentially see what Halo 6, right? Halo 6.
Yeah, I'm expecting Halo 6.
Yeah, you expecting Halo 6? With the Scorpio
I'm expecting it
bundle or
too.
something?
I think that's the best way for them to kind of get back into people's minds, because right now they're just the list of first-party games from Microsoft last year was like none. All are next to none.
Honestly, that's why I think there's going to be a bunch of new IPs talked about at Sony. I mean, sorry, not Sony, Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft.
I hope so.
I'm expecting new ones. I'm expecting like ones from like third-party developers that hopefully don't get canceled, like the Platinum Games one.
Dragon Scales or whatever.
I do hope that Microsoft comes out with new IPs, because we know about their first party. We know about Gears of War. We played Gears of War 4. They're not going to show us a Gears of War 5 anytime soon. We know that it's a Halo 6.
What about that pirate game?
The one from Rare, right?
Yeah.
They're probably gonna show more gameplay of that. They have to, because people are starting to play the alpha.
Yep.
And like, so I'm sure they're gonna show that as well. So I'm really hoping for like new IPs, like new stuff that makes us go, I want to play my Xbox this year. I want to play my Xbox this year.
What if Microsoft was
I'm praying.
What if Microsoft was like, hey, we made a Destiny competitor?
Wouldn't that be crazy? Like Bungie, like, what are
fuck
you doing?
you, Bungie. We want our own game where we
you guys
favor
mad?
Microsoft and Xbox. Damn.
Are you guys mad that you didn't get Hawkmoon super early? Are you guys mad about Jade Rabbit right now? Really?
How about Eagle Moon?
Eagle Moon.
You're gonna get exclusive Eagle Moon in those.
You guys like Eagle Jupiter? You guys like this gun? Yeah. That'd be crazy though. I think they'd leave that to a third party to take that, to take all that face.
Yeah, I mean, what if it's Borderlands 3? What if they do like drop some information about Borderlands 3?
I would love that. I think that's perfect. I think that's a great way for Microsoft to be like, yo, we got IPs because now we're making Borderlands 3 the best on Scorpio. Like that's all they gotta say, the best on Scorpio, and people would be like, damn, okay, well, the best on this, I gotta get it.
And they're gonna be like exclusive weapons that only drop on the Scorpio.
Yup, that's all they gotta do, and people would be like, yes. PC, I love my 100 million frames per second unlimited, but I gotta get this exclusive weapon. That's a great. I think Borderlands would be a great pick for them, honestly. Gearbox and them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, since we started talking about the Sony conference, let's move further into that. There's a bunch of other conferences that we're skipping, but we'll round back.
Lots of God of War.
God of War.
Just a lot of God of War.
Okay.
Just a shit ton of God of War.
Crash Bandicoot trilogy coming out later this month.
One
that's later this month, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. God of War. Do you think God of War is going to come out this year?
Yep.
Yes.
I do think. At first I was expecting it in March because of God of War. Every God of War came out in March, but it's more and more pointing at it. It looks like Sony Santa Monica is really getting ready for all that stuff from like the pictures they've been posting and leaks. A lot of neat leaks on NeoGAF, like just like every year. So it looks like they're going to use that as their flagship title for like the fall. They're going to be like, yo, our biggest game is God of War. And I think it's to do well. It's to be extremely, extremely big on the market. People are going to love taking care of Kratos' son and raging on giant guys.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think God of War is going to be their big selling point this year.
What about Last of Us 2?
I think if they show The Last of Us 2, it'll probably be like another short trailer like they did last time.
Yeah, you're right.
Just to show,
I think they're going to open the show with Last of Us 2.
You think?
I think they're going to open it or close it. They're gonna. You can't use The Last of Us in the middle. You just can't. It has to be an opener or close it.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I think they're. Yeah, it's one or the other, and it's going to be gameplay.
It makes sense, yeah, because they did do that for The Last of Us. They changed a lot of things. They showed The Last of Us 2 years before it came out, the gameplay of it, and a lot of it changed. So why not? Naughty Dog can be like, hey, we're putting this together. Let's bring it there. And then you'll have the dude who writes the story come out. He'll be, hey guys, that was The Last of Us 2. We'll talk more about it next year at this, or later this year at the Sony. What's that Sony conference in December?
PlayStation Experience.
Yeah. Like we're gonna show more. We'll talk more about that later this year in the PlayStation Experience. Thank you guys and enjoy the conference or something like that. Enjoy the show. Clap, 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 clap. Next game. That'd be a great way to open it up.
That would be.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yep, I can see it. What else? I do want to see more of.
Is that Days Gone?
That game. Days Gone.
Days Gone. Right? Yes, that's one of the zombies, right?
Yeah, zombie meets Last of Us.
That looks fantastic. Yes, that looks like looks so good.
I mean, they showed a bunch of gameplay of it last year, so I'm expecting.
They did, yeah.
I'm expecting that to get released this year.
I hope so. That'd be dope to get a lot. If they don't release it this year, they'll probably be like, "Yo, February, if anything."
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
And they're probably gonna show Gran Turismo. They're probably gonna show another Gran Turismo of some sort.
I hope they do, because Microsoft. That is the one thing Microsoft has had significantly over Sony, is much more respected and reliable racing games. Forza has been. I mean, there's really no better franchise right now. Forza has, over the past couple of years, completely overtaken Gran Turismo as the most, I guess, what's the word? The premier racing game.
I completely forgot about
best-looking racing game.
Yeah, I forgot about Gran Turismo, honestly. That's how much
it's one of those games that pops up. It's probably one of those games that come up and they're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna act like we care. We don't care, but it's cool.
No, but that's because Forza has taken over the market so much that I've completely forgotten about Gran Turismo. 100%. Yeah, that
is the one thing that Microsoft has done well. Forza is the racing game people think about when they think about console racing games now. There's no other. Gran Turismo does not exist at this point.
They evolved it. They evolved Forza so well with like the open world and stuff like that. I think it's fantastic. I don't play them often, but they always look dope. The main
franchise, the regular Forza game, is fantastic. Forza Horizon has in many ways done what Need for Speed hasn't been able to do. Like Forza is like a monopoly at this point as far as racing games go.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So if Sony shows Gran Turismo, dope.
I'm hoping for Final Fantasy. I hope they have a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. I hope they have a new trailer for Final Fantasy 7, the remake, like maybe like a small little snippet, and they'll be like, "Hey, Chapter 1 coming out next year," kind of thing, because they're doing Final Fantasy 7 in chapters now, like a Telltale kind of game, which I don't like honestly, but I think that'd be huge. Hey, Final Fantasy 7 first episode next year, get hype.
What about From Software? Now, a lot of people are saying that it's
Bloodborne Racing, Bloodborne Kart,
Bloodborne Team Racing,
Bloodborne Kart. Oh my god, that is hilarious. The rumors are that there's some sort of futuristic, like 2077 style type of steampunk type of thing that they're working on. It's not Bloodborne 2, which kind of breaks my heart. I would love to see Bloodborne 2 because I love that game. But a new From Software title that is sci-fi, like that, I think that would be lit. What do you guys think?
I think they'll kill it. I think they will kill if it's like a Souls game, like if it's like the Bloodborne and Souls games, but in a futuristic. Like we like those leaks. There's like people who didn't like.
Stop! I can only get so wrecked.
Right?
They consider it fan art. They say it's someone's fan art, but what if it's someone from the studio just leaking it to make it look like fan art, and it's actually like a futuristic Tokyo Bloodborne type
Oh my god, I'd
like,
love that.
That'd be so sick. I think that'd be dope. I think it'll do extremely well on that. I think that'd be so cool because there's already a million, like there's already weebs everywhere. But oh my god, I want to go around Tokyo, like myself.
There's already weebs everywhere.
Millions of weebs across the globe.
All those weebs are gonna unite and be like, oh my god, I never played one of their games before, but hey, I got to be in Tokyo and look really cool while killing things. Let's do it.
That'd be insane.
And then they just get owned.
Like, modern setting.
This game is too hard. Bad reviews now.
Yeah, awful game.
Don't joke about that. People have legit reviewed games bad because they're too difficult.
IGN's done it. They've done it. They said this game is too hard. They gave it a bad score. What?
Don't say that. Don't. Dark Souls From Software games are not for the faint of heart. Like,
definitely not.
They are historically always very difficult, and that's the whole reason that you play the game, because you like getting dominated. Tefty.
I just beat Slave Knight Gale last night on Ringed City.
I don't know what the hell that means, but I know that you probably enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I went and fought Madeir, and I was like, holy crap, I don't know about this boss.
Well, time to break this controller.
Time to break everything in my house.
She's pulling a Rob. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so to wrap up Sony's conference, what do they have to show you to make you go, yeah, Sony, you won this year again? What, or to fail it?
Everything that we talked about, The Last of Us 2, God of War, hopefully some more of Days Gone, and I don't like. There's that new Uncharted game as well. Yeah, Peggle 3. There's that new Uncharted game, standalone game coming out.
Oh yeah, that standalone Uncharted deal. It's weird because it's not DLC, but it's like an expansion to the story. So that's pretty dope. The Uncharted expansion story thingy coming out this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony can play it safe, and they will have a great E3 this year. They have that.
I agree.
They have they're very lucky that their lineup for this year and next year looks probably one of the strongest of any.
They got a really good lineup. Absolutely. Yeah. They don't have to do a whole lot, honestly. And I don't think we're going to see a lot. Like you said, I don't think we're going to see a lot of new IP stuff from them.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see surprises from Sony.
Except for
because they don't need them.
Yeah.
They don't need them, but Sony's been really big lately with surprising us, and they want us to get excited. Like they've been countless times said, "We're here for you. We want to get you excited. We're here for the gamers." So I'm expecting at least one or two surprises, like big things that make us like PogChamp super hard.
Yeah. One thing I'm a little worried about is if they see the Scorpio and get intimidated a little bit. I really hope that they don't take that pathway, because if they try to rush the PS5, then it could hurt the brand considerably.
I don't think they're going to. I think Sony kind of has always known Microsoft has the better capability for hardware. Sony has just kind of always historically really done a good job of focusing on games.
Yeah, they have a better software lineup. So I think they're like, hey, that's really cool, but we have better games.
That's their whole business approach. They sell their consoles at a loss and rely on software sales because they know they can do that. They know they have such vast lineups. The only time I think Sony's lineup was every week was probably PS4 launch. And in the dozens of years
Speaking of PS2 launch, I mean PS4 launch, we forgot to talk about Knack 2.
Knack 2's coming.
Oh
Get
my
lit.
God.
Knack 2 about to be
I'm
shown
about to
next
stream,
week.
about to stream some Knack 2.
Y'all talking shit.
Hey, that's right.
Oh man! All right, let's have a look
It's
at these
really
other
fun.
conferences. We got
So we got Ubisoft,
there is Ubisoft.
Ubi.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed Origins. That's what's.
Oh my God! I hope it doesn't suck.
It looks good. They've actually
the
leaked more
Egyptian one?
details of it. It's the Egyptian one. It's created by the Black Flag team. So if you guys like Assassin's Creed 4, you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
You
Supposedly.
guys like good Assassin's Creeds?
They're bringing RPG. So now it's level based. You can supposedly AI doesn't take turns fighting you, which has been such a weak point in Assassin's Creed games. All the AI just staring at you, waiting for their turn. They're bringing in crafting again, so you can craft armor and weapons and stuff like that. You have a shield now. Everything sounds dope. They're gonna show it this Monday. I cannot wait for it. Honestly,
Cool.
It sounds dope.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Anything else you're excited about Ubisoft?
The Crew
know.
2.
God, I was excited for the crew when they first showed
The
it. And I
game
was like,
was just so. God, it was.
I never
How do I
played it. It just
describe
looks.
it?
Well, I played the beta. What do they call it? The demo? It was so bad.
Do you think they're going to announce anything for Division?
That's
That's
hard.
I know, right?
I don't know. Like, I think right now is like the perfect time to do it and get the people hype again for the division. Honestly,
Where do you
They
think?
could
Where do you think the Division
announce,
sits
yeah.
right now?
I honestly think,
It's-
personally, for someone who has played a lot of Division, it's a very good game now. Like I would argue it is probably better than Destiny right now in so many different ways. It's just people have forgotten about it so quickly because of how bad the launch was. Like
Yeah.
the launch was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was about. They fixed quite a bit. There was a resurgence. I just feel like it's receded and receded and receded now at this point. That
when did it come out? It was the last March.
was it 2015?
It was
Was it
2015
or 2016.
It was a 2015 game, yeah.
Yeah, it was 2015. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think right now would be the perfect time to play Division 2 coming out next year. Like get hype.
They just
It'd be perfect.
it does suck because Division right now is a fantastic game. It's a very, very good game. Like for me, it's like a solid like 8.5 out of 10 game. There's so much good about it. You can go back, you can play it. There's a lot of reason to go back and play it. It's
Mhm.
just same issue that Destiny 1 had. It doesn't have as hardcore of a Destiny base, but Destiny has already lost the interest of most gamers.
Yeah, the general gamer.
So, and that's why Destiny 2 is the reset, saying like, hey, you probably didn't like Destiny 1. Well, Destiny 2 is fixing all that.
Mhm. Yeah,
My
think
problem
that's-
with Division was I expected a completely different game, which is on me, not them. I expected a survival RPG where, say, you and Tefty are doing a mission, I can join you guys, and I can actually betray you, like while we're just walking around together, kind of thing. Similar to like a DayZ kind of.
So like
Crossover.
Rust, yeah, like
Mhm.
Yeah, I expected
When
like
I
a
saw
third-person RPG mixed with that.
when I saw Division, I pretty much saw like Rust PvP. Like you go out, find loot, get looted up, like a RPG Rust.
Mhm.
But obviously it didn't turn out like that. Division had another issue that kind of like what Bungie had. They marketed it heavily as something when that something was a minor part of the game.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's hard to say for Division. I hope they have a new one because I think that they kind of have the same deal that Bungie has, is they eventually figured out how to make the game better, but it was just kind of like too little too late for
Yeah.
most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And
So
they're-
that's the perfect time for a sequel to get everyone refreshed on it. But hey, this is what we got.
yeah, it might be too soon. Also, I mean, they could announce, but if they announce, then it's going to kill
Yeah,
their player
announce.
base completely.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it's announced. Like I expected, if they do announce it, I expect it to be 2018 release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's about in March 2018. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anything else in Ubisoft, or is that it?
Not really. I think something else I'm looking for, like interested, is something Rayman related. But I'm expecting Nintendo to show that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting.
So
Well,
yeah,
what do you guys expect from Nintendo? Anything?
I expect to see more Mario. I expect
Yeah.
to see more Arms because Arms comes out this week.
Yep.
Please,
Expect
Pokemon
to-
on the Switch.
I want Pokemon. We want that because they just announced Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but they were very sketchy because they took away all Switch related like logos and stuff like that off their website, even though it was there. So we're all expecting a huge surprise of saying, "Hey, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon coming to the Switch." So that's what I want. That's what I want from Nintendo, for them to be like Pokemon finally on a handheld home console hybrid.
Yeah.
Get ready, it's gonna
We
be hype.
teased you, and now you
I want
got
that.
it. Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
hoping, I'm praying, I'm not expecting, but I am praying because the Switch is the perfect console right now.
It's so good.
It is really nice.
It is in so many ways the perfect answer for Nintendo for what they want to do. Like there is now no line between. There's no like confuse. You know what Nintendo's vision is. They want to be the mix between mobile and
home console.
Which is what they have been trying to do since the Wii U, and even to an extent the Wii, is they wanted you to be able to move with your games.
Yep.
So, and the Switch is honestly the culmination of a lot of that. So this is just the perfect opportunity, because the Pokemon director even said there's never going to be a Pokemon game on main consoles unless there was a way to make it portable.
And
the Switch
boom, there it is.
It's the perfect. It's there. It's like it's here.
Perfect.
So it's the perfect time to do it. So Nintendo, please love us and announce Pokemon Ultra Sun and
It
Moon
is the
for
perfect
Switch.
excuse to make a main game on a console. Like there will never be a better time than now to have a main Pokemon game on a main Nintendo console.
I want it. They're probably gonna show like other than that, I do expect to show more Mario Odyssey. So I'm expecting some Super Mario Odyssey footage. They're probably gonna hopefully
maybe
they
be
show
able to play it. People would play it at
yeah,
E3.
that'd be cool. Yeah, similar to like how they did Zelda when they let everyone just play Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
So maybe they'll let you play it, and I hope they show like a Super Smash Brothers for Switch, because it was called for Wii U, but they're already taking like their games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Pokken Tournament DX, which is Deluxe. So I'm expecting them to be like Super Smash Brothers for Switch, and it's
Deluxe.
pretty much what we got for Wii U. Yeah, like Deluxe, Super Smash Bros. For Switch, Deluxe, Ultra Combos, Street Fighter thing.
Ultra Deluxe combo.
So I'd be happy with that if they.
I'm honestly,
Switch.
I know I'm like legit like the most excited for Nintendo this year, and
Me too.
Really?
it is purely because of how good the Switch is. Honestly,
100%.
I love my Switch.
More really cool software.
I see my Switch.
I want more games for
play
Switch.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want more reasons to play it.
I know how cool this hardware is. Like this is the most. The Switch is the coolest hardware. It's not the most advanced hardware, but it is the coolest hardware.
It's fun to
this
play
generation.
all the time.
Quite
Like,
honestly,
so
for
fun.
me. It is just so cool. Like I want to play it.
That's super dope. So I want more games for that.
Yeah.
Get us more excited for the games for it, and I'd be happy because I'm looking forward to Nintendo the most. If they give, like I said, if they give us Pokemon alone would be like,
Dude,
okay, that's like,
yeah, like
yes.
I'm gonna be on my Switch all the fucking time.
All day, man, all day if Pokemon comes out for it. Because I was like, I don't want to finish. Like, I don't feel like playing it on 3DS. I'll probably wait for it to come on Switch or something. So if they do that, I'm done. Like, it's done. I'm playing Pokemon all day.
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Goddamn.
And then Tefty can get into it. Tefty, you said you never played a Pokemon game before, right?
I could get
There you
busted.
go,
I'd be streaming
Tefty.
that on the Switch.
This is the perfect time for Tefty to get into Pokemon, dude.
Oh
It's
my
a Switch.
Perfect time.
Oh my
Nintendo,
God.
listen to Tefty's cries.
1, 2,
You
Switch.
hear
Tefty needs to play Pokemon. We need to get him in.
Tears.
Beard
This
tears.
grown bearded man has never played your beautiful game. He's never had the experience.
It's true.
He's a virgin to Pokemon.
I never had a
Give him a
Nintendo
reason.
handheld console. My parents said no.
Your
And
parents
now
were
Meme says
mean.
yes.
Now Meme says
Meme
yes.
says
Exactly.
Memes, can I get the new Pokemon game? All right, Tefty. I guess so.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Mama.
He's so good.
All right, so Nintendo, looking forward to stuff. Maybe Pokemon. There's
Most
Bethesda.
excited.
Bethesda.
Fallout
They're closing
8.
They're closing on Monday
Bethesda.
night. Was it Monday night? Right, Monday night.
No, it says Sunday. Sunday 8:30.
It's Sunday's tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow
So
at
they're
8:30 p.m.
There's supposedly it's on websites now. Like it's on like stores. Wolfenstein 2 is going to be announced.
Oh, are
tomorrow,
you serious?
supposedly.
Is it real?
Wolfenstein was
Wolfenstein
such a
2,
good game.
yes. If it's like Wolfenstein 1 was so good because they took a single player focused campaign and they made it feel much more than that. It was super fun, fast paced, and it was an actual campaign that lasted 14 hours. Like that was insane. They did such a good job with the Wolfenstein.
And Wolfenstein was such a surprise of being good too. You don't really.
I agree. I
You
did
don't
not
really expect
expect it.
games that come back from the dead. We'd been so disappointed from so many different, like Duke Nukem is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
They
Revival
proved it with
games.
Doom. They proved it with Doom. Hey,
dude,
we can do it.
Doom.
We've done it
They
again.
clearly can, 100%.
Doom knocked it out of the park. So I'm very excited to hear that they're actually doing something with that because, oh my god, not only technology wise, Doom's engine is incredible. You can.
It's so good.
It's so efficient, especially with the Vulkan API. It's crazy how good they've done that engine. Like, I really hope more games can maybe even use that engine to utilize it, because it's so powerful and so optimized for like everything, console and PC.
Imagine the new Wolfenstein game using that engine. Wouldn't that be sick? Like,
I'm assuming.
Wolfenstein using that.
I'm absolutely assuming it's going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's gonna be dope. Weren't you hoping for you're praying for some sort of story expansion for Doom?
Dude, if they announce like a standalone DLC or some sort of story expansion for Doom, like, it would be next level, because that game was so fun to play. Like, they took the old and mixed in the new hardware and the new technology that they have to the perfect degree, and the music, oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, it fit the mood so well. That where you're just ripping jaws open. I'm like, oh my god, yes. Oh,
oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Attention.
That's a demon. I want to kill it. Oh.
Also, it's very difficult too. Like, if you play on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, or wait, I can't remember the highest difficulty. You are going to get owned in Doom on PvE, like a campaign. Like, they made the campaign literally difficult, nearly impossible unless you're a god, and it's great. They like took like Souls level difficulty. Like, the bosses are actually difficult. Like, when was the last time you played a first person shooter and the bosses were difficult?
It's rare. It's
exactly.
super rare.
Mm-hmm. So
that's exciting. I'm excited for that. Like,
King's
I'm excited for
Wolfenstein.
Wait, which one is harder? King's Fall or the glitches in King's Fall?
Yeah, I think the glitches take the cake.
That's true.
But yeah, like Wolfenstein, if they follow suit with Wolfenstein and how Doom went, like, Wolfenstein's would be fantastic.
Yes.
I think Bethesda has a lot of opportunity to do like really good with this one. And I'm really hoping for even just a sneak peek. What if they go like a new Elder Scrolls? Boom. Like, this is like a trailer of it more next year or something. Like
Elder Scrolls 6.
Because they, like I said, we talked about it earlier. They did it with Fallout. They announced it and released it the same year. So who knows what they're going to do this year?
Yeah.
They got some. They're crazy about it.
I mean, I guess, do they have anything else aside from Elder Scrolls Online?
They had Dishonored, which already released. They won't be announcing Dishonored anytime soon. They also did Prey.
I never touched.
They published Prey.
I feel like I need to.
Dishonored's actually really good. It's a really good game.
Both Dishonored.
The only thing I don't like about Dishonored is that it has the illusion of freedom, but it does punish you for like being bad and killing stuff.
Well, you just get a different story ending.
But didn't it affect the way that people react to you and stuff? At least in the first one, it did.
Oh yeah, but like, that's, you have reputation and all that. I think the Dishonored games are actually really great, and they don't get as much. Really good. They don't get as much, like, I don't know about press. They just don't get as much interest. They should, because they're like they're visually incredible.
It's a really nice art style.
Yeah. I hope there's more stuff from Bethesda. Personally,
I do too. So I think Bethesda will kill it. They're probably gonna announce like another Elder Scrolls expansion, like online.
Yeah,
that's like the thing that's expected.
There's also Devolver Digital press, but I don't know anything that's coming out of Devolver.
I just know about them publishing games. They publish games like Titan Souls. They publish games like Hotline Miami. So I don't really know what to expect.
Some cool indie titles that might be coming out.
It's indie games, yeah. So they have that. So they're very indie. We also have PC Gamer doing conference again.
PC Gamer is doing
last year. It was very underwhelming. It was like very like small, like in chairs.
I'm really excited to see PC Gamer. To be honest,
I'm not excited because last year was very underwhelming. Like the biggest thing they had.
I mean, for me, I'm really excited, to be honest.
Like the biggest thing they had last year was Cliffy B sitting down with them talking about Lawbreakers. So,
is that right?
We'll see.
Yeah, but I like seeing when people, honestly, like, I like those interviews where you have like really cool people sit down and talk and do all that stuff. I like PC Gamers Conference. It's nice.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it for the potential of, like, hardware and innovations, because as a gamer and a PC gamer, I'm a nerd, so I want like blistering hot technology in my face.
Do you think we're going to see some more information on the i9 processor?
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. I also am going to be there. So you're going to want, if you want to see me, I'm going to be there doing a short thing on the PC Gamer stage.
That's why I'm excited for it.
This is why you got to watch it, guys. This is why you want to watch that conference, because Tefty's going to be...
Well, if you guys want to see a little bit of Tefty action, you should definitely peep that PC Gamer conference.
You want to watch Tefty's beard in 4K? Watch it on YouTube.
4K. Oh my God.
4K beard. Oh,
4K beard. Yeah. I am. I will be there. I'll be doing a short little thing, so I'm excited about that. I'm honored to get an invite to do some stuff on there. But like I said, as an actual consumer, I am just a nerd in general, so I'm excited about potentially hardware advances. I'd love to see something from NVIDIA also about their next evolution of chips, because I'm considering getting a 1080 Ti. Like, I'm on the fence. I have a 980 Ti right now, and I bought a 240 hertz monitor, and now suddenly I want more frames. More frames.
are always good.
This 140 frames is not enough. Playing Doom at 200 frames per second might have broken me. So thanks, Doom. Also, I could play it at ultra at 200 frames per second. What the hell is going on there? So if they do, I'd love to see something from NVIDIA that says, here's what we're going to do with the next chipset, and whether or not I should buy the 1080 Ti for Destiny 2 or wait because they got something else coming. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, I didn't really think of all that stuff. So that's actually exciting now that we're talking about it. So I'm looking forward to all of them. The only one I didn't really care about was Devolver Digital, I guess. Like, all of them are exciting, and maybe Devolver Digital come out of nowhere and be like, hey, these are really cool indie titles you guys want to play. And we're like, oh my God, we want to play them.
Yeah. I love indie titles. Oh my God. Dude, Devolver Digital did Shadow Warrior 2, which if you haven't played is an amazing game.
Yeah, Tefty tells us all the time, hey, you guys need to get it.
Dude,
you guys need to get
so
it.
fun.
You guys need to get it.
It's so fun. If you have a Razer keyboard, when the game has loaded, it'll highlight Wang on your keyboard when it's ready. There's a ton of dick jokes.
Amazing.
There's like dick joke after dick joke after dick joke in the game, and he'll be like, "You want some more Wang?" or something like that. Anyway, so they'll highlight Wang on your keyboard when the game is loaded.
Nice.
It's the subtleties. Yeah. I think that's the podcast, guys. What do you think?
That's it. That's it. So next time you guys hear from us after this, we're going to talk about how we felt about it all, and our game of the show, and what we're most excited at, all that stuff. So it's
yeah.
we're
We're
going
gonna have
very
our
exciting.
game of the show.
Some top picks.
It's going to be hype. Game of the show. We're going to have beard of the show, aka we
Beard
already
of
know
the
it's
show.
Tefty. Come on, beard of the show.
Oh, also, I will have played Pole Dancer by that time also. So I can
Hey!
Yeah.
Pole dancer.
Pole Dancer. Pole Dancer, yeah. All right, I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on twitter.com/Teft. My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Tefty Teft, where I start my streams around 6 p.m. Pacific time and do some Destiny and some variety and all that action. And obviously YouTube, which you guys know about.
And I am VersusTheStream. You guys can talk to me on Twitter at VersusTheStream. You guys can catch my daily live streams starting around 9 a.m. Eastern at VersusTheStream, which is twitch.tv/VersusTheStream, and my YouTube content at youtube.com/VersusTheInternet.
Hey guys, my name is BlueWestlo. You can check me out twitter.com/BlueWestlo, Twitch.
Twitter.
Fuck.
I think he's
Twitch.tv/BlueWestlo. And Pete me, I stay humble, bitch. Sit down. And then youtube.com/BlueWestlo. You're beautiful. I love you.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.